Next we have the mitochondria, and it looks like my picture didn't make it to the slide, so I'll draw it here. The mitochondria has a very particular shape. It consists of two membranes, an outer membrane and an inner membrane. The reason that it has two membranes is actually pretty interesting. It turns out that it used to only be one membrane. A mitochondria used to be bacteria. But a long time, our ancient ancestors ate bacteria in a very interesting process. So if this is our cell, this would have been ancient mitochondria. It ran into our cell, whereby it created a pocket. This pocketing process, by the way, is called phagocytosis. This pocket formed, and then it closed in on itself. I'll show you what that looks like. And so, that is why it has two membranes rather than just one. You can see that there's the membrane from the cell, and then there's the original membrane of the bacteria. This process is called symbiosis. Endosymbiosis. Eventually, once that mitochondria started to live inside of our cells, we noticed that it did things for us. Our cells gained a new form of energy called ATP. Or actually not new. We could make ATP before the mitochondria, but just not very well. Mitochondria are very good at making ATP from things like fat or glucose. And so the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You can think of ATP like a battery, and you can think of mitochondria as a battery charger. And so I'll draw the battery here. You can think of the mitochondria as the charger for that battery. That battery is full when there are 3 phosphates on ATP. When it is not full, we call this instead ADP. It's very tedious to erase. ATP has 3 phosphates, and there's a lot of energy stored in that molecule. This is made by the mitochondria that charges ADP. ADP would be like a drained battery. It goes back into the mitochondria where it is recharged. We then use this cellular energy to power most of the processes in our body. There are toxins like anthrax that will actually shut down the mitochondria. When the mitochondria is shut down, ATP can't be made, and we quickly die due to our inability to power our own cells. And so the mitochondria is our powerhouse.